Joel Glazer wants to hurry up. If we are eliminated from the Europa League, the value of the club will decrease. Manchester United owners Avram and Joel Glazer have been listening to offers to sell the club for a long time. But none of the bids were the numbers they wanted so far, so they decided to listen to new bids for the third round. But things are said to have changed after Manchester United drew with Sevilla in the Europa League. According to the news of the Sun newspaper, Joel Glazer is said to want offers to come quickly, as a possible elimination from the Europa League will further reduce the value of the club. It is said that if the bids this time come in the number they want, they can transfer the club even before they play a match with Sevilla. Currently, Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe stand out as two businesspeople who want to buy the club. Yesterday, Thomas Ziliakis announced that he would not participate in the third round. So what is your opinion on this? Do you think the takeover will happen before the Sevilla game? South American midfield ace on Manchester United's list expected to switch clubs over the summer. Alexi Mac Allister is expected to part ways with Brighton and Hove Albion in the upcoming transfer window amidst interest from Manchester United, according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. The Red Devils are one of the clubs competing for the midfielder's testimonial. For this purpose, the Old Trafford side held a meeting with the representatives of the 24-year-old player about the project. Apart from the Manchester-based club, Premier League rivals Liverpool and Chelsea are also eyeing the Argentina international's signature. However, the Seagulls are yet to decide on a price tag for him. Mac Allister joined Brighton in January 2019. Since then, the midfielder has evolved and become a key player for the East Sussex-based club. In the current campaign, the 24-year-old actress caught the attention of many. Their performance in the 2022 World Cup was particularly impressive. Casemiro and Eriksen are also both 31 and are backed up by the likes of Fred and Scott McTominay. Therefore, we could evidently do with some fresh blood in the engine room. Mac Allister has shown his skills at the highest level. Hopefully, a move to the theatre of dreams will entice the Argentine. Manchester United man driving up his price with performances. Marcel Sabitzer has hardly made any mistakes at Manchester United since his arrival from Bayern Munich and has done what was asked of him professionally. The Austrian arrived from Bavaria on loan to replace the injured Christian Eriksen, with his latest contribution being 2 goals against Sevilla in the 2-2 draw at Old Trafford on Thursday night in the Europa League. Fussball transfers in Germany look at the midfielder's situation at Manchester United and explain that his performances are a boost for Bayern Munich. Furthermore, with displays like the one on Thursday night, Sabitzer is driving up his price, and while Bayern might have been hoping for €20 million in the summer, the belief is his value has definitely increased since then. However, if the Old Trafford residents don't come forward, there is still a strong confidence that Sabitzer could be lucratively sold elsewhere. So what do you think about this? Should Sabitzer come to Manchester permanently? The Athletic confirms Marcus Rashford could play against Sevilla next week. More positive noises have come out of Old Trafford that Marcus Rashford could be fit to play against Sevilla in the second leg of the Europa League quarter-final. As reported here last night, Ten Hag had made it known to Guardian reporter Jamie Jackson that there was a chance the England man could be back in time for the game. This has now been corroborated by the Athletic's Laurie Whitwell, who quotes Ten Hag directly as saying there is a chance, but I can't confirm it in this moment. An early return for Rashford would be a welcome boost for a Manchester United side that is currently decimated by injuries. If Rashford is back for Thursday, that would be less than 2 weeks from when he sustained the pull. This suggests a very minor muscle tear rather than any tendon damage, which is excellent news for United. Manchester United seen as ideal destination for striker with summer move agreed, Ten Hag identifies De Gea heir. According to reports, Premier League teams Manchester United are still watching for a potential move for Salzburg forward Benjamin Sesko this summer. The Red Devils are still on the lookout for a new striker in the summer transfer window, with Erik Ten Hag keen to take some of the goal-scoring burden away from Marcus Rashford. Tottenham's Harry Kane, Napoli's Victor Osimhen and Benfica's Goncalo Ramos are among the names linked with a move to Old Trafford as they eye a prolific goalscorer. 19-year-old Sesko has proved that he's a good finisher since getting regular game time at Salzburg, with the Slovenia international hitting 15 goals in 34 Austrian Bundesliga appearances this term. Manchester United are seen as the ideal destination for Sesko, with Ten Hag's reputation for being brave enough to play young players a deciding factor. Ansu Fati wants Barcelona stay amid Manchester United, Tottenham interest. The 20-year-old's development has been hampered by a number of serious injuries since he first burst onto the scene in Catalonia as a teenager. Fati is still regarded as one of the Blaugrana's most highly rated youngsters, but he has failed to become an undisputed starter under Xavi during the 2022-23 season. However, with Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele and Gavi often preferred in the wide areas during the current campaign, Fati's father has publicly hit out at Barcelona for his son's lack of game time. Bori Fati revealed that he had pleaded with his son to leave the La Liga leaders, and there is said to be interest from the Premier League in the shape of Manchester United and Tottenham. Xavi has backed Fati to fulfill his potential at Barcelona, though, and Mundo Deportivo claims that the attacker does want to continue in Catalan colours. Fati boasts a total of 26 goals and 9 assists from 99 outings for Barcelona in all tournaments, but he has also sat out 86 games due to a variety of physical problems. Erik ten Hag says 2 injured Manchester United stars could return versus Nottingham Forest. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag hinted that Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay could face Nottingham Forest on Sunday afternoon. The Red Devils had a disappointing result against Sevilla at Old Trafford yesterday, and Ten Hag will be aiming for a strong response in Sunday's trip to City Ground. Ahead of the game, the manager will be without several key players, including Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, and Marcus Rashford with injuries, though some could return. Speaking at the press conference yesterday, Ten Hag said Shaw and McTominay might be available. He told reporters, "We have to see, we have 2 sessions to go, so I don't know now, but it can be Scott and Luke will return to the squad, but not sure. In our view, the left back could be dropped for the Forest trip. If Shaw is deemed fit, he could start, else, we could see Diogo Dalot slot into the position." Meanwhile, McTominay could be available after a minor setback in the lead-up to the Sevilla clash. With Casemiro available after his 4-match domestic ban, it is unlikely that McTominay will start in the number 6 role, but he could feature off the bench.